Actually, I love this space. Why to leave? Building in particular called Grow, so it's only for startups. I love this area, so I love the challenge.
You can, as a co-founder, you can feel the vibe of everyone under you. Alhamdulillah, my team is really cooperative.
Oh my God!
9 of the Middle East's top women-led startups go from Berlin to Dubai and live through the highs and lows of entrepreneurship and an accelerator that challenges them and their businesses. With $100,000 on the line, will they have what it takes?
Not all companies have to start between friends or couples. Sometimes you just meet somebody who complements your skill set. You may have different backgrounds, different experiences, but the goal is to align your visions. Welcome to the Business Partners episode. We're here to do business.
Interesting enough, the lunchroom right now is pretty much filled with all men who are eating, and the only ladies that I can see are the ones that are working behind the counters. When you look at it that way, you really see the difference that you guys are making, right?
Nice to meet you guys. I'm so excited to see both of you in the same place, the co-founders. Can you maybe tell us the story of how you and Noof started Mathaqi?
Me and Noof, we have known each other for more than 10 years because I have been working with her father from 2008. We were just thinking, what can we do? And then we were seeing a lot of news about productive families, and the government was really, trying to help them.
And you have the chef's name on the menu next to every dish, so they can already connect with a certain chef, and when they go home that night and they want dinner, they already know the chefs that they like.
Not just that, the customers, they call in, they make a party order and they say that they want this person's biryani. So it's that kind of publicity the chef gets.
It's not only a matter of that it's for free, it's more about meeting other people, having always contact with other startups and knowing what's going on and who's coming new into this area. Welcome. Here we have mainly our meetings. Here's the kitchen. That's also a nice area where we all kind of weekly sit and have on Thursday our breakfast, talk about the whole week and maybe also some goals for the next week. This area is particularly our area. We have also other co-workers with us, and yeah.
So we're in Riyadh today, and we're here to visit Noof to find out a little bit about how Mathaqi has been doing since we last saw them in Berlin. Yeah, thank you so much. Wow, oh my God, I love the ceiling. Yeah, this is my second time in Riyadh.
Yeah. Like the years just fly.
Has anything been different since you've come back from Berlin?
Well, everything have been like going as we planned. And more than that.
So tell us a little bit about how you met Amin and how he got involved in your
story. So Amin was an employee of my father. I've got to see him like several times. We've been through discussions about business and how is it like improving and evolving in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. And we came up with this idea.
What are your skills that you're very strong in, and what are his skills that he's very strong in?
I'm basically holding the relations outside and the marketing. And then he's holding the operations, as we mentioned. Actually, we do have a third co-founder. He's Burhan. Yeah, he's holding the program lead and stuff like the tech.
The shareholders agreements have been signed to give equity to Burhan and Amin?
Yeah. but not yet to be signed.
Okay.
But this is what should happen, يعني, inshallah.
So you have one corporate counter open?
Corporate counter, exactly.
You recently signed another one?
Yeah.
And what are the corporate counters exactly?
It's just like a counter where you can just walk in and have your meal, like through the lunch break.
And it's all Mathaqi food?
Yeah, it's all Mathaqi food, completely
made by Mathaqi home chefs?
Mathaqi home chefs, and some of the home chefs are standing on the counters. We really want to support these families with all what we can. So if maybe she's not good in kitchen, but she's good in managing. It's just for the sake of women support.
Yeah, I love that. So we are here outside the home of Mashal. Mashal is one of Mathaqi's home chefs. She's part of their productive families.
تحياتي مذاقي.
So what are the times that
أنا لي سنة و7 شهور معهم. تقريبا سنة و7 شهور في الأسر المنتجة. عندي مجالات من قبل أنا في الشغل. فتحت مطعم بس ما نجح المشروع مرة. بعدين جيت عند مذاقي. حسيت إن المشروع كأنه مشروعي أنا. له أشياء جدا رائعة. تدرين أنا سأتمنى إني أنوم أصحى من بكرة عشان أباشر الدوام. يعني من كثر إني متشوقة لهالشيء.
But your Baba's an entrepreneur.
My Baba, he's an entrepreneur since maybe 20 years. Or he's an idol for me. He's not just an entrepreneur. He's not just a businessman who's just working. No, he's something different for me.
So Mathaqi is without a doubt one of the strongest companies in the entire cohort. They're definitely the most advanced. They're the only ones that are bringing in significant sales. And what's exciting is that they keep growing month on month. And it was awesome to finally meet Amin, who had been Skyping in since the beginning of the program. However, if I'm going to invest in Mathaqi, I need to see proper legal protection in place that solidifies Amin as a co-founder. It's just too risky. If he decides to leave, that's gonna put the company on really shaky ground. Guys, we're in Amman!
Guys, wow! All the tenants over here are startups. Okay. Welcome to our office space over here.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about coming back to Jordan after being in Berlin. Did that trip affect you at all, or was it just right back to the grind and hustle?
Well, after Berlin, I wasn't directly in Amman. I was in Silicon Valley for another 3 weeks program. They are kind of celebrating failures. They say fail fast.
But this is something that we were talking about in Berlin.
Yeah.
Is when you sat down with me and you immediately gave me your computer and you're like, okay, here's my pitch, and I shut your computer and I said, forget your pitch. Tell me your company in 10 words.
Yeah.
And we realized you didn't have a story in your pitch at all. There's no story.
We want to focus on problem and what our solution, how can fix your problem.
Because you're technical.
Yeah.
Now, you're more of a data analytics AI tool that has a chatbot or that can be plugged into other chatbots.
But we still respond to it. We're still handling the inquiry.
But your products shifted. You come back from the valley. You have this renewed energy. Things seem to be going really, really well for you.
Yeah, I mean, we had a backflash in terms of Riyadh Venture came, they visited us, but didn't go for us.
Okay.
So this was in the sense like, okay, this was a time when we had more, it went up and then down, and now with having more the government as an account and as a client bring us up again.
I mean, talking about investment, we now have to look at Dubai.
Yeah.
That's coming ahead.
My major thing is really in terms of getting also feedback from VCs, because it's much more important, because when we talk to VCs and we don't get a constructive feedback, this is something I can't work with.
And I'm so excited for you both in terms of how your products develop, but I want to see the product.
Yeah, we can do it right on spot.
Now I'm gonna ask 3 questions in 3 different scenarios and to see how Sadeed will respond. So here I can write ما هي خدماتكم. The system likes our question and we get the response quickly, and this is the response in real time processing. takes around 10 seconds to get the response. In different ways, in different scenarios, even it's duplicated, even it has special characters like this, and we got the answer in all different 3 questions.
Select.
You guys are matching, it's so cute.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hey! Sure, a female entrepreneur event. Like, I don't want to be stereotypical, but we were all going like, oh, okay, well, how did you meet your husband? And then MENA was telling us. You're stuck. Thank you so much for having us.
So after spending the day with Sadeed, I finally got to see a live demo of their product. And as an investor, I'm so comforted because it's as mature as they claimed it was. But if I want to invest in this company, I need to see more commitment from the founders. A lot of the times it seems like their focus is they just want investment, but it's not always about the investment. It's about the opportunities that are in front of you. We're done with the tour. We're finally going home. I am so excited to welcome the startups to my hometown. Yalla Dubai. Let's see what the startups got.
Everybody get into this. Everybody get into this. Everybody get into this. It's the jam of the moment. Yeah, you get into this. Everybody get into this. Everybody get into this. Everybody get into this. It's the jam of the moment. Yeah, you get into this.